Good afternoon. Today we will discuss the chapter Inverse Trigonometric Function. Under this chapter we will discuss about principal value branch. Before going to study about principal value branch, first we will discuss what is inverse function. In the previous chapter you have already aware about the inverse function. What is inverse function? If a function f from x tend to y is 1, 1 and onto, if a function f from x tend to y is 1, 1 and onto, then there exists another function f inverse from y tend to x such that for all element y belong to y to a unique, for each element y belong to y to a unique element of x belong to x is called inverse function. That is, f inverse y is equal to x if and only if fx is equal to y. For all x belong to x and y belong to y. Means a function is said to be inverse function if function f from x tend to y is 1, 1 and onto, then there exists another function f inverse from y tend to x such that each element of y belong to y to a unique element x belong to x such that f inverse y is equal to x if and only if fx is equal to y. And for all x belong to x and y belong to y, then this function is called inverse of this function. Okay. Now principal value branch. What is principal value branch? You know, all the trigonometric function we are going to study inverse trigonometric function. Okay. So we have to study about the inverse of all trigonometric functions. Okay, and we know that all the trigonometric functions are periodic functions, and the trigonometric functions, all the trigonometric functions are periodic, and in general, periodic functions do not bijective. The periodic functions are not bijective. So how can we get the inverse function? So what we will do, we will restrict their domain and codomain. And this restriction of domain and codomain gives principal value branch. How we will restrict their domain and codomain? Let us see with the graph. This is the graph of sin y is equal to sin x. Look at a function here from r tend to r given by fx is equal to sin x. This is the graph of sin x. This is pi 0, minus pi 0, minus 2 pi 0 and 2 pi 0, and this is the domain x-axis, this is codomain, and the range is 1 to minus 1 or minus 1 to 1. Okay. Now we know that for a function to be onto, the range of the function will be equal to its codomain. Okay, so the range of this function is minus 1 to 1. So if we will replace its codomain with its range, then this function will be onto function. Okay, now if we have to make this function to be 1, 1, then what we will do here? Then we have to change it that there should no be any turn in the graph. So from the graph we are saying that from here and here, this is the first turn, this is the first turn. So we are stopping it from here to here. Okay. Now we are seeing that in this region, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, the domain minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 tends to minus 1, 1. This function is 1, 1 and onto. And if so, and whose domain is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and range it minus 1 to 1. So what we have done? We are seeing that in the graph of sin x, we have restrict its domain and codomain. The domain is R and codomain is R. Okay. And we know function for to be onto, the codomain should be equal to the range. So here we are replacing the range of this function sin x is minus 1 to 1. So we are replacing this R with minus 1 to 1. So this function is onto function. For making it 1, 1, we are restricting its graph. There should not be any turn. Then it will be 1, 1. So this is the first turn. We are stopping it. We are cutting this from here. Okay. Now in this region, this function is 1, 1 and onto. Okay. So now this is the graph of sin x in the region minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 to minus 1 to 1. Now if we are turning this, we are interchanging the coordinate axis. Means x replaced by y and y replaced by x. Then what we will see, this graph is converted into this graph. Here look at this one. Here 0, 1, 0, minus 1. Okay. Look at this 1, 0, 1 is here at the x-axis. This axis is at this axis and this axis is at this axis. Means we have changed the coordinate axis. Then after changing the coordinate axis, we will get the graph of sin inverse x, whose domain is minus 1 to 1 and range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So the graph of sin inverse x is this, whose domain is minus 1 to 1 and range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So in this way, and this is called the principal value branch, in which the function is 1, 1 and onto. Okay. Now in the same way we can find the graph of, in the same way we can find the principal value branch of cos inverse x, tan inverse x, cot inverse x, sec inverse x, cosec inverse x. Okay. Now we will see the principal value branch of different trigonometric functions. Sin inverse x, domain of sin inverse x is minus 1 to 1 and principal value branch of this is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, which we have seen before just in the graph. Now in the same way we can find all the domain and principal value branch of inverse trigonometric functions, which are cos inverse x, the domain is minus 1 to 1, principal value branch 0 to pi. Okay. Cosec inverse x, the domain is r minus 1 to 1, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus 0. Sec inverse x, r minus 1 to 1 and principal value branch 0 to pi, minus pi by 2. Tan inverse x, domain is r, principal value branch of this minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, open interval. Cot inverse x, domain is r, principal value branch of this 0 to pi in open interval. Now we will see the properties of inverse trigonometric functions, which is very important. For solving the problem, it is very important. Sin inverse sin theta is equal to, it will be reduced. What will be? It will be theta. For all theta belong to minus pi by 2. This theta, it will change in theta only when the theta lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. We have seen in the questions when we will solve it. Okay. Again, cos inverse cos theta it will reduce in theta. When the theta lies in 0 to pi. If the theta lies in this interval, then this can be reduced in theta, otherwise not. Okay. In the same way, tan theta is equal to theta for all theta belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 in open interval. Cosec theta will be theta when theta belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, where theta is not equal to 0. Okay. Again, sec theta is equal to theta for all theta belong to 0 to pi, where theta is not equal to pi. Okay. Similarly, cot theta, it will reduce in theta for all theta belong to 0 to pi. And this sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x when x belong to minus 1 to 1. Okay. These are the formulas on the basis of which we will solve the problems of this chapter. Okay. Cos inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x for all x belong to minus 1 to 1. Okay. Tan inverse minus x is equal to minus tan inverse x for all x belong to R. Similarly, cot inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cot inverse x for all x to R, for all x belong to R. Similarly, cosec inverse minus x is equal to minus cosec inverse x for all x belong to minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite. Okay. And sec inverse minus x is equal to pi minus sec inverse x for all x belong to minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite. Now some other formulas. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2 when x belong to minus 1 to 1. Next, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2 when x belong to R. Cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x is equal to pi by 2 when x belong to minus infinite to minus 1 union 1 to infinite. Again, the tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy if xy is less than 1. Okay. Next, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy if xy is greater than minus 1. 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square if x is lying between minus 1 to 1. 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse x sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square if x is lying between minus 1 to 1 including 1 and minus 1 also. 2 tan inverse x is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square if x is greater than or equal to 0 less than infinite. Now we will see some of the questions based on these formulas. Okay, let's first question. Sine inverse minus 1 by 2 is equal. We have to find the principal values of this function. What we have to find? The principal values of this function. So let this is equal to y. Okay, this is sine inverse function. So we have to need a principal value branch of sine inverse, which is what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So sine y is equal to what? Minus 1 by 2. Now 1 by 2, what will be the value of 1 by 2 in sine quadrant? In the sine formula, it is the value of sine 30. Okay, so we can write sine y is equal to minus sine pi by 6. Okay, We can write also sin y is equal to sin minus pi by 6, because sin minus theta is minus sin theta. So see, minus pi by 6 is the angle. So minus pi by 6 is lie in the principal value branch of sin inverse. So since principal value branch of sin inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and minus pi by 6 lies in it. So principal value of sin inverse minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus pi by 6. This will be our required answer. First we will let what the given question is y. So sin y is equal to minus y minus 1 by 2. Now the value of 1 by 2 is what? Sin 30. It can be written as sin pi by 6, and sin minus theta is equal to sin theta, so we can replace like this, and we are seeing that this is our angle minus pi by 6, and this minus pi by 6 is lie in the principal value branch of sin inverse, which is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So we can say that the principal value of sin inverse minus 1 by 2 is minus pi by 6. Okay, next question. Tan inverse minus root 3. Okay, let this is y. Again we can write tan y is equal to minus root 3, and the value of root 3, what will be the angle in tan? Tan 60. This is the value of tan 60. So we can write tan y is equal to minus tan pi by 3. Okay, now we can write this tan y is equal to tan minus pi by 3. Now this minus pi by 3 is lie. The principal value branch of tan inverse is what? The principal value branch of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So, and minus pi by 3 is lies in it. So principal value of tan inverse root minus 3 is equal to minus pi by 3. Okay, because the principal value branch of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So and minus pi by 3 is lie between it. So it will be our answer. Next question. Tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse minus 1 by 2 plus sin inverse minus 1 by 2. This is next question. we have to find the solution of this question. First we will let tan inverse 1. Okay, what will be it? We will let it y. So tan y is equal to 1. Now value of this is equal to what? Tan y is equal to tan pi by 4, and pi by 4 lie in the principal value branch of tan inverse minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So y will be equal to pi by 4. That is tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4. Next, cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Cos inverse minus x. Okay, so we can write this also y. So minus 1 by 2 is cos y. Cos y is equal to minus 1 by 2. Cos y is equal to minus, this is the value of cos 60. Cos 60 is pi by 6. Sorry, pi by 3. Now and this pi by 3 is this is, we can write this cos y is equal to cos pi minus pi by 3, cos 180 minus theta minus cos theta. So here we are getting y is equal to pi minus pi by 3, which is 2 pi by 3. So cos inverse minus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 pi by 3, and this 2 pi by 3 is lie between the principal value branch of cos inverse. So the value of this is equal to this. Now third, sin inverse minus 1 by 2. The value of this we have solved just. What is this? Minus pi by 6. Now put these all values in first equation. So tan inverse 1 cos inverse minus 1 by 2 plus sin inverse minus 1 by 2. We get tan inverse 1 pi by 4 cos inverse minus 1 by 2 is equal to plus 2 pi by 3, and this is minus pi by 6. So after solving we get the LCM, taking LCM we get 12. So 3 pi plus 3 4s are 2, 8 pi minus 2 pi. We get 8 and 3 11, 11 minus 2 9 pi by 12, that is 3 pi by 4. This is our required answer. Okay, now we will see the next question. cos inverse 1 by 2 plus 2 sin inverse 1 by 2. 1 by 2, the value of 1 by 2 is cos 60. Cos 60, so we can write cos inverse cos pi by 3. Okay. Now 2 sin inverse 1 by 2 sin 30 sin pi by 6. So it will be reduced because this is lie in the principal value branch of cos inverse, and this also will be reduced. This also is lie between the principal value branch of sin inverse. So we can write 5 pi by 3 plus 2 into pi by 6. We get 2 pi by 3. This is our answer. Next question. Tan inverse root 3 minus sec inverse minus 2. Look at tan inverse. The value is root 3 is tan 60. The value of tan 60 is root 3. So it can be written as tan pi by 3 minus sec inverse minus theta. So it can be written pi minus sec inverse x, and this is the value of sec inverse minus theta is equal to pi minus sec inverse x. So it will be 2. Now tan inverse will be reduced. It will be pi by 3 minus pi minus sec inverse 2. The value of 2 is in sec, it will be sec 60. So we can write sec inverse sec pi by 3. So pi by 3 minus pi minus, it will be reduced pi by 3. Pi by 3 minus, after solving, 3 pi minus pi, 2 pi by 3. After solving it, we get minus pi by 3. This will be our required answer. Okay. Tan inverse minus root 3 is minus sec inverse minus 2. So root 3 can be written as, it is the value of tan 60. So we can write tan pi by 3, and sec inverse minus theta is equal to pi minus sec inverse theta. We have applied this formula here. Sec inverse minus theta. So sec inverse minus theta is pi minus sec inverse theta. Theta is 2. So we have replaced it with 2. So tan inverse, tan will be reduced in pi by 3 minus pi minus sec inverse 2. And the value 2 is the value of sec pi by 3. Sec inverse sec will be reduced from here. So we can write pi minus pi by 3. Okay. So pi minus pi by 3 minus pi by 3, it will be reduced. Now after solving 3 pi minus pi, it will be 2 pi by 3, and after solving it, we can write minus pi by 3. Okay. This will be our answer.